HCM stands for Hypertrophic Cardiomyopathy, and this is a disease that is quite prevalent in society. 1 in 200 people actually carry mutations for this disease, and these are mutations that affect the proteins in the heart. Unfortunately, some people have very severe effects to their heart, where their heart starts to expand, and it's in a process called hypertrophy. So the muscle of their left ventricle gets much thicker. Eventually, that can lead to arrhythmias, and in very extreme rare cases that can lead to sudden cardiac arrest. And we've seen that in famous cases such as the collapse of Fabrice Muamba, who was playing football for Bolton Wanderers in a game against Spurs, collapsed on the pitch, and his heart had to be restarted through a cardiopulmonary resuscitation. Hypertrophic cardiomyopathy involves mutations in around about a dozen proteins of the muscle, or what we call the sarcomere of the heart. Now, mutations in these proteins cause failure of the control of the contractile process. So the heart actually contracts more strongly. That uses more energy, that causes an energy deficit, and that energy deficit results in failure of the heart. We're going to study both the effects of adrenaline, but we're also going to importantly study the effects of drugs. And what we hope to be able to do is to be able to study how the many mutations, and there's about 1,400 different mutations involved in these 11 different proteins within the heart sarcomere. We want to understand how these different mutations classify, how they affect the heart function, and whether there's specific drugs that can counteract these effects. So we can then start to think about how mutations map to medicine. And so what you can do then eventually is have your genes tested, you find you have a specific mutation, and we can recommend a specific drug to prescribe for that specific mutation. And to be honest with you, at this stage, we don't have that many drugs. So this is also really important in the development of new drugs.